Dear students, welcome to our online classes. I am Ravi Kumar KR, lecturer in computer science, GSIPU College. My next gem statement is continue statement. Next one is continue statement. This continue statement, it causes the rest of the program statements within a loop to skip and goes to next loop or iteration. See, what is the meaning of this here? The continue statement, it is used to skip the rest of the statements after executing continue statement. I mean to say, whatever the statements are written after continue statement will be skipped till the end of a loop, or is going to skip the current, or in other words, we can say that it's going to skip the current iteration. Means it's going to skip only one iteration or only one loop. Then immediately after that it goes to next loop or next iteration. So this is continue statement. The general form or the syntax is continue semicolon. Again it is a reserved word. We have to use exactly as it is. Let us see an example program for continue statement. To print numbers from 1 to 10. The program starts with header files, #include iostream.h, #include conio.h, and we can also include one more header file, #include iomanip.h, void main, open the bracket, clear screen, semicolon, and here I am using only one variable, int I. Next one I have to make use of for loop, for I equals to 1, semicolon, I less than or equal to 10, I plus plus. This I have to open this for loop bracket here. Next we are using one more if condition. If I value is equals to 5, if I value is equals to 5, the condition here I can write continue statement. This is continue. I am closing this if condition. Next we have to write here cout I endl. Now closing this bracket, this I am closing for loop here, then close the program with get ch and void main. So let us see this example. Here if you look at the previous example where I had used here break statement, now I am using here continue statement. The rest of the program is same. Now let us see how it is going to execute. Here at the beginning the loop starts here with I value is equal to 1, less than 10, it enters the loop here. When I equals to, if the value of I equal to 5, execute the statement, otherwise it will skip this and it goes to next line here, that is next statement, cout statement. Similarly, accordingly, here it is going to print number 1 here, 1, then I value incremented by plus 1, it becomes 2, 2 less than 10, it is true, enters the loop, 2 is equal to 5, no, condition fails, it will skip the statements and here it executes the output statement, so it's going to print value of I as 2 here. So similarly, it is going to print up to 4. Then after this, it is going to increment the value of I by 5. So here 5 less than 10 is true, enters the loop. But here in this example, 5 is equal to 5, condition is true, it executes the statement or continue statement. So because of continue statement, it is going to skip the rest of the loop or the rest of the statements in a loop. So accordingly, it is not going to print cout I or I value as 5. So it goes to next iteration or next loop. So accordingly, it is not going to print the value 5 here. So next it's going to increment the value by 1 here plus 1, it becomes 6. So now it continue, the process starts again, 6 less than 10, true, enters the loop. So here 6 equal to 5, no, condition fails here, it will skip this, it prints the value of I as 6 here. So it's going to print 6, similarly 7, 8, 9, 10. See, this is the output of this program, and by using continue statement. So if you compare this program with previous example, that is by using break statement. In break statement, we used to get the output only from 1 to 4. But when we use continue statement, the output would be from 1 to 10, but skipping one iteration. Here, the value of 5 is not printed here, or is not going to print the value of 5. So it's going to skip the iteration or skip one particular loop or skip the current loop. So this is an example for continue statement. Next jump statement is exit function. Next jump statement is exit function. So this exit function, it acts like or it works like break statement. Break statement, it causes immediate termination of a program, termination of a program, immediate termination of a program, returns to the operating system, returns to the operating system. And here the general form or the syntax, general form or syntax is, we can write exit 0, or you can also write void exit semicolon. See, these are all methods we can make use of exit statement. So exit statement is another jump statement. It works like a break statement. But here the exit statement, it causes immediate termination of the program. So here when you compare break statement, the break statement are used to come out of the loop itself. But here the exit function, we are using it. So when you use the exit function, it will come out of the entire program itself. So return to operating system. So that is the difference between break and exit function. And the general form is exit 0 or void exit. Because it's a function, we can make use of void exit 0. So here it is exit function, another jump statement. Now let us see one example for the same. Same example, let us see the same example to print numbers from 1 to 10. The program starts with header files, hash include iostream.h, hash include conio.h, hash include iomanip.h, void main, and here clear screen. Next is declaration of variables. Int I, it is one variable. Next we can make use of loop here. Again for loop, for I equals to 1, I less than or equal to 10, I plus plus. Now same statements we can write here. If I equals to 5, if I equals to 5, here we can write exit 0. This is exit statement. It is going to execute if the condition is true. Then after this you will write here cout I end statement, then close for loop, then close the program with get ch and closing the void main bracket here. So this is another example for exit statement here. Now how it's going to work? When I value is equal to 1, condition is true, it enters the loop. Condition here I value I equal to 5 means I value is 1, 1 equal to 5, no, it will skip this and execute this statement. Accordingly it's going to print value of I as 1 here. So it's going to print 1. After this I value increment to 2, 2 less than 10, 2 is not equal to 5, so it's going to print 2. Similarly 3, 4. After printing 4 here, I value increment to 5, so 5 less than 10, condition is true, it enters this loop, and here we have if condition 5 is equals to 5. Here also condition is true, so it executes this statement or exit statement. The exit statement, it forces the termination of the program itself, so it is going to come out of the entire program. Means it's going to come out of the entire program and returns to the operating system. So because of that, it will stop printing numbers from 1 to 4. So it is not going to print the rest of the numbers, or it is not going to execute the rest of the statements in a loop. So this is exit statement. Next jump statement is go to statement. So this is a jump statement. It causes the transfer of control from one statement to another statement within a program. Next one is, this is also called as an unconditional jump or unconditional transfer of control from one statement to another statement. This go to statement is, here we are using a label. we are using a label which is, it identifies the destination. So this label, it is a valid identifier. So this is a go to statement. It is called as an unconditional jump statement, and here it causes the transfer of control from one statement to another statement. So, and it comes, or we are using a label along with this go to statement. This label is used to identify the destination or statement to be executed. Label is a valid identifier. The statement general syntax will be statement 1 semicolon, statement 2 semicolon, go to label name semicolon, statement 3 statement 4 label name colon, statement 5 statement 6 semicolon. So this is a jump from here to here. This is, now if you look at the syntax here, statement 1, 2, then we have a label here, go to label name. So, and here go to label name, and that transfer, the control transfer from here to this point. See here statement 3, statement 4, and here the label name. This label name is same as this label name. It identifies the destination. So after this is going to execute the label, the control transfer from this point to this point. So this is go to statement. Now let us see an example for the same. To print numbers from 10 to 1 using go to statement. Hash include iostream.h, hash include iomanip.h, hash include conio.h, void main, open the bracket, here clear screen, semicolon, int n assigned to 10 at the beginning, int n equals to 10. Here I am using, this is loop colon. Loop is a label here. Loop is the label name. The statements cout n, and here endl. Next n minus, because I want to print number from 10 to 1, so it has to be decremented. So for is 10 decrement 1, it becomes 9, so on. If n is greater than 0, this is the condition, then I can write the statement here, go to label name is loop, semicolon. Now we can display a message, cout end of loop, then close the program with get ch and void main. Now see, look at this example here. This is a program to print number from 10 to 1 using go to statements. Now let us see how it's going to execute. Here at the beginning n equal to 10. So this is label name here, loop colon, and here we have written the statement cout n. These are the two statements to be executed. Next, it check for the condition n is greater than 0. Yes, if it is true, it goes to this loop. So when n is greater than 0, then go to loop. This statement here, the control transform from here to loop is here. So this is a loop. The control transfer from here to this point, and accordingly first time when I value is 10, it's going to print 10 as a number. Then 10 value, because of n minus minus, the 10 value decrement by minus 1, it becomes 9. If 9 is greater than 0, it is true. If condition is true, it execute this statement, so it go to loop. So the control transfer from here to this point, so it execute this statement. Accordingly, it's going to print value of n as 9. So it is 9. And in this statement, value of I becomes 8. 8 is greater than 0. Again go to loop statement. It is going to repeat the control transfer from here to this point. It's going to print 9, 8, 1. So after printing the value of n as 1 here, then decrement by minus 1, so it becomes 0. Once 0 in the sense 0 greater than 0, condition fails here, it will not execute this statement. So control will not transfer from here to this point, so it goes to next statement. Accordingly, it's going to print end of loop. So after this is going to print here end of loop. So this is how the go to statement works. With this jump statement, this chapter ends. So this is the end of the chapter 10 control statements. Thank you very much.